Guys, can you imagine if you are living in a forest whereby you don't have neighbors and even the internet connection is poor? In our today's inspirational story, I happened to have met a Kenyan lawyer who lives in a forest here in Germany. For those who are new here, my name's Anne Kreide and I welcome you all. Please stick right here as we get to talk to this lawyer so that she can tell us how she got to migrate to Germany and how life has been while living in the forest.
One thing that it's dark outside, but our view, we have the best view. I'm surrounded with trees. I have no neighbors, like I just stated, so it's very, very quiet. It's very surreal, and it was really hard for me because I had lived in the city before in Nairobi, so it was really hard. And life in the forest can be also boring because not so much is happening. So we are also near a river, so that is good. So we are surrounded with nature. Yeah. So if you love nature, then I live in the best part of the world. But it can be quiet. It can be quiet because sometimes the whole day I've not seen anybody because unless somebody goes for a walk and they go for a walk on this side on my side of the forest, then I don't see anybody. But I'm used to it now. I'm used to the atmosphere. I'm used to the landscape. I'm used to the quietness. I love it. I really love it. I enjoy the quietness. It's peaceful.
Hi, our guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Shayla. I am a lawyer. I am a wife. I'm a mother of 3 girls, 3 beautiful girls, and yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. You told us that you are a wife.
Yes, I am a wife. Soon to be. Yes, we are going to celebrate our 7th year in January.
Interesting. And how did you meet your hubby?
We actually met at the airport.
Okay.
I was going to pick my brother-in-law. So my sister is married to a German, and she was supposed to go pick her husband up, but she unfortunately she was sick. She had a headache or something. Mm-hmm. And she told me, Shayla, can you please go pick my husband for me at the airport? So I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know like he was coming with a friend or something like this. I didn't know. So I was at the airport and I was picking them up. Mm-hmm. My husband was there, and but it was our first meeting was really strange because this was his second time in Africa, and all of us he was extremely hot. He was sweating a lot, so it was just the first our first interaction was very weird.
Wow. And what was your first impression of your hubby?
I thought he was really sweating. That was the first thing that came into my mind. He's really sweating a lot, and he was red all over and complaining a lot about the weather.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it was truly was nothing special. It was just me picking up my brother-in-law and then realizing that he came with a friend. And yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I know that the weather.
And I had gone with my what, please?
I know that the weather in Kenya is warm compared to the weather here in Germany. He was feeling warm at that time.
He was really feeling warm, and he had, I don't know why he had a long sleeved shirt, but he had a long sleeved shirt. So coming out, it was completely wet. So he was trying to remove it. And I was, yeah, so he was trying to remove it. He was sweating. He was red all over. And yeah, the weather, yeah. So he could not stop talking about the weather. As it says, the weather this, the weather that. I was laughing the whole time. So I thought, wow. I also thought that he was funny, that his sense of humor, he had a really good sense of humor, because a lot of people would be complaining, but he was making fun of the situation, how hot it is, and how, and at that time, we started calling him Chicken because he was turning red all over.
Okay.
So Chicken became his nickname. I just said, wow, you look like a chicken. And
okay.
then and then he didn't take it badly. He went with it and started laughing. So
wow. And because he is a German, as you told us, what were your main methods of communication?
English. His English was really good, and so we could speak in English. Yeah, and before, interestingly, he was the boss of my brother-in-law. So when he was walking around in the office, he just saw my brother-in-law and my sister in the picture. So he asked my brother-in-law, "Oh, you're married to an African woman?" And my brother-in-law said yes. And he said, when are you going? The next time that you're going, I would like to accompany you.
Okay.
And my brother-in-law actually said, I'm going in 2 weeks. If you want to join me, you can join. And he said, okay. And I said, I don't really want to be in a hotel. I want to see the life of the people. So if you can find a place for me where I can live or something like this, that I pay, and I am in the community, not in the hotel, that would be really great for me. So when I was picking them up, I was at the time in Nairobi University. So I was only going to take them to a hotel. And then the next day they were supposed to fly out to Mombasa, to where my mom is. That's where he was supposed to be going to stay for those 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
But we hit it. Yeah.
Most of these Germans, when they come for holiday in Kenya or in any other countries, they want to mix with the people. They really want to know the culture. It's more of a culture exchange. And so they find it better when they live among the people, but not in the hotels. I agree with you.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, because he wanted really to see the life, and he didn't want this touristic view of a country where you only go and you are at the beach the whole time. So when I picked him up and I took him to the hotel, because my brother-in-law and my sister were staying with me, and he was staying at a hotel. Before I dropped him, we talked, and he was like, you want to come to Mombasa with me? Okay. It would be nice that you can, maybe you can show me around in Mombasa or something like this. And I said, I have holidays. And it just worked out that I had holidays for 3 weeks. We had just closed and I had holidays. So I said, maybe, let me think about it. And the next day I agreed to go and be a tour guide.
Wow, nice. And when did you know that things were getting serious?
When did I know? For us, it was really fast, to be honest. So we met. The next day we flew out to Mombasa, and we stayed at my mom's place for maybe three days. And we decided we wanted to come back to Nairobi because of privacy and stuff. It was easier to be in Nairobi. So we came back, and I thought it was because I was not into white men. I think I had 2 of my sisters were married to Germans, but it was not something that I wanted. It was not something that I was not, until that point, I had not been attracted to a white person. So when I met him, there was I don't know, how can I say it? It was just, there was a sense of belonging, like everything we did, everything we passed, how can I explain it? It was just, we just fitted well together. Our jokes were the same. We liked the same kind of music. We would talk and talk and talk, and yeah. So when he asked me, let's go back to Nairobi, it was really easy for me to say yes. And we stayed at my place for 1.5 weeks, but I really didn't have future plans. It was not, I just had finished university. I wanted to go to Kenya School of Law. So I just thought it was something fun, and he will go. And but he was in those 2 weeks, he was in love. So when he was leaving, he was like, I really love you. Do you see anything happening between us? And I said, let's wait, maybe go back, because I had a lot of experience where I know that it's different when you're on holidays with someone. When he goes back to his real life, it might fade. Yeah. So I told him, just go back. When you feel the same, tell me, and then we talk from there.
Wow. Our guest, I'm beginning to become curious. Would you please tell us why you are not attracted to white men? Because most ladies are out there and they are all claiming to be looking for white men. Would you please tell us why? You are different.
No, it has nothing to do with white men. It's just I had a lot of experience because my mom had a school, and I was a tour guide since I was 16. So I had a lot of experience with young white men, 18, 17-year-olds who are coming, and I had to show them around. But I had never had sparks with a white person. Some of them wanted me to be their girlfriend. Some of them wanted us to, but for me, it was, I just saw them. It's a bad thing, but it was not something, I was not attracted to it. I understand when somebody says that I am not attracted to this color, because for me, before him, I was just not attracted to white people. I had a lot of experience where there were a lot of white people in my life, because I just told you that 2 of my sisters were married at that time to white guys. So, but to me personally, they looked good, but they were not my type, I would say. Okay. Yeah. So when I met him, and there was sparks, there was actually the first day for me, there was no sparks. It was just that his personality, he was really, what can I say? He was very funny. He was funny, and he didn't take himself seriously. He was laughing when I was joking that he was a chicken. And he was very respectful. A lot of times when you come to a different country, a lot of people, because Kenyans, I could say, I don't have experience with a lot of Africans, but I would say Kenyans, they treat white people really nicely with a lot of respect, and sometimes I only felt that it was not reciprocated with the white people. They were not showing the respect back, but he was very respectful to the taxi driver, helping to carry his own luggage. He was very respectful with the people at the hotel, speaking with them with respect. Yeah, so I thought, wow, this is different, and this is a person I would like to know more.
And what did your family think about your white hubby?
Actually, until that time, nothing, because when we went to Nairobi, they didn't know anything. So they didn't know anything about if we are friends, or if we are dating, or something like this. So we only went, he stayed for 2 weeks, and then that was in April. And then he told me because I had told him, when you go back and you are serious, then you will come. And then after 2 months, he was back again. So when he came back, I also didn't tell my family. I said nothing I didn't tell anyone. So he went back, and then came back again. The last time he was there was, I think, September. He came back. The first time we met was in April. He came back in June. Then he came back in October, I think, for my birthday. Again, he came back. So also, until this time, I had not told my mom. So I only told my mom or my family when he was going back. And when he was going back, I proposed to him. I said, will you marry me at the airport? Just.
Wow. You proposed to your hubby?
Yes. Yes, okay. I don't know what happened to the video. Okay, I proposed to him. So the third time he was there, the first time he was for 2 weeks, and that time he came for 2 weeks, and the next time he came for 3 weeks. So when he was leaving, I asked him, I said, will you marry me? And he couldn't believe it, but I know in our culture it's very hard for people to, but at that time I knew what I wanted. And when I would take a no. It was not a problem for me to take a no, because I'm a very, I know what I want most of the times. So I proposed to him. I said to him, we are I'm finished with school now. Okay, that was not actually in the proposal, but I just told him that I want to do life with you. I love you, and I would like us to get married.
Wow, you must be very courageous. Our viewers, I hope you heard that, especially the lady. Our guest here proposed to the husband. Interesting. Wow. And at what time did you know that you are going to get married? And what was his reaction when you proposed to him?
It came out of nowhere. Just imagine we had met in April. And we had seen each other 2 weeks, and then he came back again for 2 weeks, and this time he was coming for 3 weeks. So it was really fast. That's why he was surprised that it was really fast. And I just told him, I'm sure. So he was surprised, and I told him, you don't have to answer me now. We are at the airport. Think about it. Go back. Think about it. Where you are at the moment. I just wanted to let you know where I am. And I don't also want to waste my time. If you don't know, it's fine. We can move on and we can be friends. But at the moment in my life, I am ready to get married.
Wow. I think this is the most amazing story that I have ever talked about.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
What was the most special part of your wedding, and where did it take place?
Our wedding took place in Serena Hotel in Mombasa. So I proposed in October, and he went back. He wrote a very long email accepting. He wrote a long email accepting the proposal. And I went back home in December.
Mm-hmm.
And I just informed my mom. She didn't know I was dating. So I went back and I said, Mom, I'm getting married. And she was like, what? Why are you getting married? You are the person who, because I always told my mom I didn't want to get married. I'm going to live with her for the rest of her life. Okay. I don't know, I'm probably going to adopt some kids or something like this. So she was very shocked. And she didn't believe me. And the other thing was, because I was telling her this in I think 15th or 14th December, and I was telling her I'm getting married in January. In 3 weeks, this is when I'm informing her about the relationship. I'm also informing her about the wedding. So it was a lot for her to take, I think.
Wow. And are you facing any challenges from friends and from in-laws?
He's the only child, so I don't have he's an only child, and he has his mom, but his mom is very, very friendly. And I would say he has more problems with the in-laws on my side than I have on his side, because he has only his mom. So, and she's a good woman and very, very respectful, and we have boundaries. I think the best thing you have to create with in-laws are boundaries. So somebody knows there's a place where they can't go with you. And when you create the boundaries, then everything is fine.
And what are your expectations?
In regards to our marriage, or in regards to?
Maybe, in regard to your marriage.
I would say at the moment, marriage is tricky and it's very, very hard. I think sometimes a lot of times we go into marriage and we think about the Cinderella story of happy ever after. So so the first year of marriage was hard because you're in a new country, and the weather is hard. That was the worst thing for me, because because the first winter I was not going outside, and it was really a cold winter. It was up to -15.
Okay.
So for 3 or 4 months, I was just so tired of the weather and so low that I didn't want to go out. But after that, and getting to know people and having friends here, then you get used to the life here, because we live in the forest. We have no neighbors. The next village is I think the population of that village is 450. So I'm the only black person in the whole region. If I want to see another black person, maybe I have to go to Leipzig, which is like 1 hour drive, just to see. So it is hard. It is hard to get. It takes time to get used to the new situation, and understanding that also the people here are not like at home, are not like the people back home. They're not so friendly. It's not that they're bad people, it's just that they're not friendly and they're very direct. So before you understand them, you can think they're very rude, but they're just direct. They just will speak their mind. And at home, we are not used to it. We are used to people lying to us, or going around the corner and explaining something, I think. Yeah.
Our guest, I know that you live in a forest here in Germany.
Yes.
Would you please tell our viewers how it is like to live in a forest in Germany?
It's a bad thing that it's dark outside, but our view, we have the best view. I'm surrounded with trees. I have no neighbors, like I just stated. So it's very, very quiet. It's very surreal, and it was really hard for me because I had lived in the city before in Nairobi, so it was really hard. And life in the forest can be also boring because not so much is happening. So we are also near a river, so that is good. So we are surrounded with nature. Yeah. So if you love nature, then I live in the best part of the world. But it can be quiet. It can be quiet because sometimes the whole day I've not seen anybody, because unless somebody goes for a walk and they go for a walk on this side on my side of the forest, then I don't see anybody. So but I'm used to it now. I'm used to the atmosphere. I'm used to the landscape. I'm used to the quietness. I love it. I really love it. I enjoy the quietness. It's peaceful. We have no neighbors. So maybe I have to go down the hill to find a neighbor, but we have no neighbors, which is good, because if you want to play loud music, or you can do absolutely anything, because nobody will, because in Germany there are times that you can't do something because it's the weekend or something like this, or 12 where when the kids are playing are sleeping, you're not allowed to do anything, not to play music or something like this. So living in the forest, we can do whatever we want. We can play music at any time we want. We can be loud. When we want to build something, we can start building at any time. We don't have these rules that we have to abide by because of our neighbors. And to be honest, it's really nice. It's really nice not having neighbors. It's nice. It's nice having the space for ourselves, I think.
Our guest, would you please talk to some ladies out there who are searching for white men to get married to, or the ones who are already married by white men?
First, I would like to say internet dating really works. A lot of people don't believe this, but I personally know three women at the moment in Germany who found German men through Afro Introduction, the website. So I think internet dating works, and if you are interested in finding a white person or something like this, the internet is your best place. And also, if you are interested, I would say, sometimes as women, we wait to be pursued, which is not nice. If you know that you believe like you want to find a man who comes from Germany or part of this side, then you have to decide, okay, I want to have a German guy. How best can I do this? The best thing would be that I start learning German language. Yeah. So take yourself to a German school, learn the language, because it will really help you when you come here. So join a dating site, learn the language of the country that you think you want to relocate to, put yourself out there. And don't be afraid. I would say to women who want to, it does not even have to be a white man. It has to, if you want to be in a relationship, or you think this is now my time, don't wait for a guy to, put yourself out there, talk to a guy, say your intentions. Sometimes as women, we are very, very shy and we hold ourselves back because we want to be chosen. I just think it's powerful to be the person who chooses the other person, to say like, you, I want you to be my life partner. This and this and these qualities you have that I want, and I want you to be my boyfriend. I want you to be my husband. And the worst thing the person can say is no. You know, when I was proposing to him, the worst thing he could have said to me was no. Huh? Yeah. And if he would have said no, I would not have died. Of course, it would have been heartbreaking, but I was not going to die. So put yourself out there. And the people who are, I would say, married to white men, I would say, try to understand the culture, because my first year of marriage was really hard, I think, because I didn't know the culture. Because every time somebody was direct to me, I took it as he or she was being rude to me, which was not true. They were only, the culture is so different that you first have to understand it, and you don't have to take everything so personally. So when you come here, or if you have a boyfriend and you're trying to come to Germany, I would say, first focus on the language. Second thing, don't take things too personally. Try to understand that Germans are very, very direct, and they don't, most of them, there can be some people who really, there are some people, of course, who are just rude, but most of them, I believe, are just telling you their opinion or what they think of the situation. So you can either tell them, no, this is not how I want to be talked to, or get used to the cultural difference, that they are going to speak their mind, and they're not going to beat around the bush. And for me, that is good. It's good when somebody tells me what they think. I would rather you tell me what you think than me guessing all the time where we stand, I think. Just pursue. If you want to find a man will not find you at home. Pursue what you want. I think for women, when we want to get a job, we work hard to get a job. When we want to do this, we work hard. But waiting for a man to find you, waiting for a man to find you is just, I believe, is being, for me, I would say is giving the other person so much power, because you're giving them all the power that he has to look for you, he has to pursue you, he has to do this and this and this and this for you. Just do it, and we survive. You get a no, you move on, and hopefully you will find the love of your life.
Wow, that's very powerful. Our viewers, I hope you've heard it from a lawyer. Our guest today is a lawyer by profession. Yeah. Would you please tell us also about your organization?
Yeah, so when I came here, I didn't have, because the law system here is very different than the one in Kenya, because I could be a lawyer in UK, but I could not be here. So I thought, what can I do? And I thought, back at home, I had volunteered a lot. So I thought, what can I do to help people back at home? So we started an organization. It's called Lishpli Kenya. And first we were helping people in Sambweni who suffered from leprosy. And so we were helping them with medical, we would send doctors there to work on their wounds. We would train them. Some of them are tailors. Now we have educated 5 tailors. We'd send the men to do beadwork. And after that, I realized that a lot of girls were missing school because of periods. And growing up, I had the same problems. So I thought, wow, it's 2000. We are in 2000. That was 2017. I thought, like, it's 2017 and people are suffering, are still going through the same thing that I did. So I started donating pads. I would send money, and we would buy pads for 100 girls. But at time, after 2 or 3 years, that was so expensive, because, you know, if you buy the disposable pads, that means you have to buy every month. So it was not so we had to look for something else. So we started making pads ourselves, reusable pads. So the girls they get 8 pads, and they're able to wash them, and we teach them. We teach them how to use them. We teach them about their body. We teach them how to track their periods. We teach them, and we also started sexual education, because I think a lot of people, we don't get this in our system in Kenya, sex education, where especially during this pandemic, a lot of primary school girls, they got pregnant, and as a society, we have to ask ourselves, why were they getting pregnant? Who were they getting pregnant with? Because I would understand it if a 14-year-old girl is getting pregnant with another 14-year-old boy. But if she was sleeping with a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old, then it's a problem, because that in Kenya is rape, because she didn't have, before you are 18, you cannot give consent. It's only for me, it would only not be a problem if the other person also would be underage, like her. But that was not the case in many points, in many situations. So we started educating the girls, and because a lot of girls got pregnant and some of them didn't want to go to school, so we also had to try to find a way or to train them. So we started taking them to school to tailoring school. We took some of them to also beadwork, and for salon. Some of them had to do a salon course. I don't know what is it called. Some of them were doing
hairdressing.
Hairdressing. So they were So it's very important. I have a passion for women. I think if you educate, or if you do something for a girl, it's like for me, it's like helping 10 other people. So if you help a girl, you are indirectly helping 10 other people, and 10 other people, most of them are men, because women help a lot in the community. So, and it should not be the end of the world for a girl after getting pregnant. We should just find why she got pregnant, so that we can help the next girl after her. But also, the pregnancy should not be the end of her life, that she is just because most of the time when a girl gets pregnant, it's like, you are a really bad girl, why were you doing this and this? But the society does not ask itself why was she doing what she was doing. We just only focus on the it's only after it happened is when we want to try to talk to her. But before, there were a lot of signals that we should have talked to her before about sex. We should have talked to her about education more. We should have, so I just think I would like to, if I can help one girl realize her dream, know that it does pay off to wait, because it's really hard. When I was in Kenya, this year for 4 months, February until May, and it's really, really painful when you talk to a 14-year or a 13-year-old, and because you also know that they are sexual active, but the bad thing about that is not that they're sexual active. The bad thing about that is that they don't know the consequences of their action, because a lot of them, they take P2, the morning after pill, but the morning after pill is only preventing pregnancy, nothing else. So it's not preventing HIV, it's not preventing any other sexual disease or something like this. And the sad thing about it is that the HIV is increasing on young people, and that is, it should not. It should not. The numbers are really high. We should do something about it. We should talk to our girls, and I feel really bad because I also have 3 girls. So it's just a passion of mine that people should talk more to their girls, and they should talk more to their girls about sex, so that they know I should wait until I'm ready. And how do I know I am ready? Because a lot of people, they don't know when you are ready up to have sex is when you are ready to have the consequence, to have the conversation with the person. If you are shy to talk about sex, then you should not have actually be doing it. Then be safe. So I don't know. I just hope that a lot of people would realize that it's better and it's safer to talk to our girls about sex than to wait until they get pregnant, or until their friends talk to them about sex, because it would be better for them to hear it from you than from someone else. And I know it's a weird topic, because before this also it was really hard for me to, but I think you should start early, because my oldest is 5, and of course I don't go through the details, but I try to talk to her now. We have already started to talk. I already started to talk to her about, this is your private past. This is this. What it means, boundaries. This should not be touched with somebody else. This and this. This is how you clean this. When you do this, this is what will happen. Because at this age, 5-year-olds, they're also curious about their body. They want to touch everything. They want to put their fingers on everything. So just talk to your kid according to their age. Of course, I'm not telling my 5-year-old, we're not talking into details about sex, but we have started talking about the body, and she knows about the body, and she knows about boundaries, and she knows about what she should not allow. So this for me is clear, that a lot of, and I hope that a lot of it should be done with all parents. But I just think as a woman, we should teach our daughters. We should teach our daughters about their body and sex, so that also it's not a weird topic when they want to talk to you about it in the future, so that it should not be a weird topic. We are in 2021. It's okay to talk about sex. It's okay to tell your to talk to your kids about it and inform them, because ignorance can be very deadly. And I don't think any parents would want their kids to pay the price of their ignorance just because they were shy, or they couldn't talk about sex.
So our guest, did you just tell us that your organization educates people for free, or they have to pay something like the tailoring cost, the hairdressing cost, and so on?
No, we educate them for free. So you apply to our organization, and but we have to be sure that you can't afford it, because that is the case. We only have to be sure that you could not afford by yourself to pay the cost, because it makes no sense for me to help you and you can't afford it, and another person who is not in the same who is in another situation, and then you take the places for the needy. So we are not only educating women. I just want to make this clear. We have also educated men, and we also have taken we have also helped we are also helping our sex education. We're also doing it. We also did it with the boy child, because I believe you can't leave the men or the boys behind. It's good also for them to be educated and to see things that the women are suffering from, or the things that the society is lacking at the moment.
Wow.
But they don't pay. They just apply, and if they're accepted, we prove that we see that they cannot afford to pay for their courses, and then we pay for it. Of course they have to sign a contract that say that they will finish the course, because it makes no sense that I start to educate you and then after one semester or something like this, you write that you are done with the course. So we need a surety that you are going to finish the course. Apart from that, nothing else. Only a contract that you will finish the course, and if you don't, that you will refund us the money of what we had paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is this organization based in Kenya, and what is the process of application? Do they apply online, or do they have to come and drop their papers to bring the application by themselves?
No, they apply when you go we have an organization in Kenya. It's called Lishpli Kenya Society. So you only go there and you see the email. You find the email on the website, and you apply through there. So a lot of people that we have helped have actually applied. Have sent us an email. Then we have sent our employee to go talk to them and assess the situation of what they're saying, if what they're saying is true, and then after that we have progressed from there.
Okay. And are there other courses apart from hairdressing, tailoring, and beadwork?
We have done what is it? Computer courses. We have done diploma in IT. Okay. That is we have done diploma in IT, and there's a woman who is at the moment doing teaching. So those are the courses we have done until now.
Wow, that's nice. At least you're empowering the people who are in the society. And what's your final remark on this video, our guest?
My final remark would be try to know. Most of the times I think we focus so much on what we are going to be, what we are going to do, the person that we want to spend the rest of our life, and we actually forget to know ourselves. So I would say, know yourself, know what you like, know what you will tolerate in a relationship, know what is your stand, what are your passions, because know this before you meet someone else, so that you are not so gullible that you will change for the other person. So spend time with yourself, know yourself and love yourself and accept yourself the way you are. And after this, it's easier. It's so easy after you're confident to meet someone. If you want to meet your life partner, if you want to find the best, if you want to go you're looking for a job or something, or if with anything, so I think confidence and passions are two things that you really cannot be taught, but you should have. So know yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and if there are things in your past you want to forgive yourself and move on. It makes no sense just to linger there. It's just the baggages you should leave behind and move on. And I hope that you find your passion, and I hope in your passion you're able to help the society, because to help the society and yourself, because you're really important. We only have one life and we should cherish it, and hopefully our life is a blessing to other people. Wow. That's how I try to live, that I can be that I can be good to myself, because you have to be first good to yourself, good to your family, and see the other way that you can help the society.
Wow. Thank you so much, our guest. Thank you for accepting to come on this platform. Yeah. And I believe that we are going to have you many times here. Okay. And I would kindly request our viewers, our subscribers, to follow our guests on Instagram. Please tell us your Instagram name.
My Instagram name is The Hakunas. We are in Instagram and TikTok. I do a lot of TikTok dance with my girls. So so if you want to check out dance moves We do a lot of dance videos, and I also do a lot of videos where I try to explain. I'm talking to my oldest daughter about her body, yeah, things like this. So you get to know how, if you want to know how you can start talking to your kids about sex, or where to begin, please check me out. The Hakunas, I think maybe they should see the link, because if they don't know how it's pronounced.
Yeah. And are you using the same name on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm using the same name on TikTok. And for the organization, if you're interested in the organization, because we have an organization here in Germany which is called Lichtblick Kenya e.V. But then if you want to see that, we also have a sister organization in Kenya, and the sister organization, because I would think most of them would want to read it in English, so probably it's better that you go to the one in Kenya. It's called Lichtblick Kenya Society, and there you will get the information about what the organization is doing. And if you feel, or if please feel free to give us ideas on how better we can improve our services. And yes, and if you have questions, just write me an email. I will respond to your questions and your inquiries.
Okay, our viewers and our guests, I'm going to pin the link of her TikTok and Instagram, and also her email address for any of you who wish to reach her. Thank you so much, our guests, and see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much. I really had a lot of fun talking to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.